Hi everyone, and welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We're at 30th Street Station today, and if you've been watching with us for the past few weeks, you'll know that we're traveling from New York down to Washington, D.C., and trying to use as much commuter rail as possible. Now our next destination is Baltimore, and this poses a problem. You see, SEPTA Regional Rail runs until Newark, Delaware, but MARC, Maryland's commuter railroad, only runs until Perryville, Maryland. That's why today we're cheating and taking Amtrak's Northeast Regional from Philadelphia to Baltimore. If you love train travel, hit that subscribe button. We upload at least once a week, and this way you won't miss any of our content. You can also join our community on Patreon. Your support gives you access to cool features such as early video releases. And finally, follow us on our social media, Instagram and TikTok. The main attraction you're going to want to see at 30th Street Station is the main concourse. This is also the most convenient place to access the tracks. And as you'll see in just a few seconds, this concourse is impressive. 30th Street Station was opened by the Pennsylvania Railroad in 1933. When it was built, the roof allegedly was able to accommodate small aircraft. Today, 30th Street Station in Philadelphia is Amtrak's third busiest station after New York and Washington, D.C. Just look at this impressive hall. I had no idea this was this big and beautiful. This monument honors all the Pennsylvania Railroad people who fought in World War II and gave their lives. The main concourse has both Amtrak Quick Track machines as well as a New Jersey Transit ticket machine. Oh, nice. -- 30th Street Station in Philadelphia is one of the most important stations on the Northeast Corridor. Northeast Regionals, Acela, Silver Service, Vermonter, they all stop here. It's also where the Keystone Service and the Pennsylvanian branch off towards Harrisburg. That's the only other electrified Amtrak route. It's also served by the New Jersey Transit Atlantic City line, which leaves from the Amtrak platforms. SEPTA Regional Rail leaves from an upper level platform. So we're about to hop on the Northeast Regional number 175 going to Washington, D.C. We're getting off at Baltimore, and this is actually my very first time to ride the Northeast Regional. It is chilly. Now let's talk price. Our ticket from Philadelphia to Baltimore cost a little less than $30 each. We booked them online via Amtrak.com. I'm so excited about this one. Ooh, great. Okay.
Can we go on this one?
Sure. That one's good. Yeah. And we have officially boarded the Northeast Regional. Now, in coach class, seating is not reserved, unlike most Amtrak trains, but these seats are so comfortable. They've got pouches for magazines and food. They've got tables, a lot of legroom, although not as much as the long-distance trains. Still, it's Amtrak. Power sockets, reading lamps, and then the train itself also has plenty of restrooms as well as a cafe car. There's no footrest. The padding, like I said before, is very comfortable, and these Amfleet long cars don't seem to have a huge recline like the long-distance trains, but the recline is controlled by this button in the armrest. Now, being Amtrak, there's also a generous amount of storage space for your luggage. Time to tilt my chair back a little, stretch my legs, and enjoy the smooth ride to Baltimore. Aside from being Amtrak's longest electrified line, the Northeast Corridor also has the highest line speeds, and we find out soon after leaving Philadelphia. 85 miles per hour. Our first stop after Philadelphia is Wilmington, Delaware. This was the train station that U.S. President Joe Biden used as a senator when he would take the train to Washington, D.C. Now, Wilmington, Delaware is also served by SEPTA Regional Rail, and our stop after Wilmington is Baltimore, although some trains do stop at Newark, Delaware as well. Now, the cars on Northeast Regional trains are Amfleet 1 cars. These were built between 1975 and 1977 and have that distinctive round shape that was built to mimic an airplane. While they are super comfortable, they are scheduled to be replaced by Siemens-built train sets in the near future. Nice touch of purple in here. So let's check the bathroom. Nice touch of blue in there. so much better than on the Lakeshore Limited. Because if you'll remember that video, at some point the bathrooms were completely trashed. You can tell that Amtrak takes good care of its Northeast Regional trains. And that kind of makes sense considering that almost 9 million people a year use this train, making it by far Amtrak's busiest route. After Newark, Delaware, we enter the commuter rail dead section, as I like to call it, the part of the Northeast Corridor where only Amtrak trains run and no commuter rail trains. MARC service starts at Perryville, Maryland, and the first transfer opportunity for some Northeast Regional trains is at Aberdeen, Maryland. But this train is running non-stop to Baltimore. I think we're almost at Baltimore. Here, let me help you.
Baltimore Penn Station. Please check this time, gather your personal belongings, make your way to an exit.
We had an amazing experience on the Amtrak Northeast Regional. Although this ride was short, the seats were so comfortable and I felt fully relaxed. We got to Baltimore on time. Our train traveled fast. I know it might be wishful thinking, but I wish there were more corridors like this in the United States. These locomotives are so beautiful. A little preview for our video next week when we take MARC to Washington, D.C. Hot on the heels of Northeast Regional 175 is an Acela high-speed train to Washington, D.C. Baltimore Penn Station was opened in 1911. It's smaller than some of the other stations we've seen on our trip, but it still looks really nice. It's not super close to downtown, but as you'll see in our next video, there are ways to get into the city. We'll see you next time. Please remember to subscribe to Trains Are Awesome and leave a like if you like this video.